And we are live. Hello. Okay, I'm trying to move you around here. So you can see the bowl. Okay. So, let me adjust you here so you can see a little bit better. Okay. Hello. Thank you for joining today. Happy Friday. Okay, so I'm going to use some non-stick cooking spray and just spray this in our microwave safe bowl here. And today we're doing kind of like a hybrid treat thing that I was inspired by. Hello, sister. I was inspired by TikTok because there was somebody, I think it was Broma Bakery, who saw somebody else post about making basically like popcorn that you eat right away. And it's like a marshmallow treat popcorn. But I want to do marshmallow treat popcorn mixed with some stuff and then kind of put it into a container like you do Rice Krispie treats. So that's what we're trying today. So it's kind of like a combination of things. So I'm grabbing my butter here. And all these are kind of like approximate. I kind of play around with the traditional marshmallow treat recipe here and there. And because this one includes popcorn as the base instead of cereal, this is going to be interesting. So I'm doing half a stick of unsalted butter. And then we're gonna pop that in the microwave for, it's relatively solid, so probably like 20 seconds, then we'll check on it. We don't want to start popping and going crazy. Okay, and then I'm using kind of a combination of where did you go? There you go. Of kind of miscellaneous marshmallows that I have on hand that I just want to use up, and that's how we're working with it today. So instead of like, one bag of this or whatever, this is kind of usually how I make treats. Hello, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, see, like these ones, they're still good because they are through April, but you can tell when they kind of get a little bit sticky that I can't really make like marshmallow pops with them. So that's when I start to save these guys for marshmallow treats because you're going to melt them down anyway. And I'm making sure to kind of measure everything out so that there's approximate numbers. So if you want to, if this turns out, because this is kind of like a fun little experiment that we're doing, I think it should. In my head, it works out. But I want to make sure that if you guys want to try it yourself, then we have approximate measurements here. Okay, but before we continue on with that, we're going to check on our butter. Okay, yeah, it's pretty cold in here, so it's still pretty solid. I'm going to stick it in there for another 15 seconds. Again, don't want to go too crazy with it. Kind of swirling it around a little bit. We just want to get it to be completely melted, but not popping and going crazy in the microwave. Okay, so that was the rest of that bag. And then I have some mini ones here that are also, you can see that kind of sticky, clumpy stage. These are perfect for making marshmallow treats. Squish. Like I said, this is approximate. It's not exact, but we're working with it. And I'm cleaning out my cupboard with things and making sure they get used, which I love. Okay, let's check on our butter once again. Okay, we're almost there. Just a little teeny bit more time. Not too much more. I'd say another 15 seconds at most. Wow, that's a lot of marshmallows. Yes, it is. Let me see. I'm trying to remember my approximate measurements. Like I said, I kind of play around with them and tweak them a little bit every time I make stuff, but yes, we're fully melted. Okay, and let me just double check a note. Okay, so we have our butter here, and then this is 4-ish cups of marshmallows, but usually I go about 6 or so, especially because we're using 4 tablespoons of butter. We want to make sure we have a decent amount of marshmallow here. So we're going to mix in just a wee bit more. Sometimes even go closer to like 7 or 8 cups, just depending on how much I'm making. Hello, thank you so much for joining. Happy Friday, everybody. I can't even believe we're a week into March. Okay. A little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna call that good. It's definitely more than 6 cups, but I'm not mad at that. Okay, and then we're going to give it a little swirl, and that has popcorn pieces. Here you are. I'm gonna spray my spatula with nonstick cooking spray over this sink here, because that will help it prevent from sticking as the marshmallows kind of start to melt. Okay, so we're just mixing it. Whoops, flying marshmallow. We're just mixing it here. So all the marshmallows get at least a little bit of butter on them. And then we're gonna pop it into the microwave, and I think I like to do short increments on this. So I think I start with like a minute, and then we'll decrease from there probably. Excuse me. Okay. So now we're gonna prep our other bowl really quick. And we're gonna spray this with nonstick cooking spray as well. This was a tip from Baked by Mimo that I've been using ever since I saw her mention it. And it works so well to make sure that when you're actually mixing things in here, it's not gonna get all stuck and just like an irritating mess. Okay. And then let's add in, like I said, we're replacing the majority, not all, but the majority of our cereal that we would usually use with popcorn. So I have some freshly popped popcorn. I just tried out my new popcorn maker this morning, and I'm very excited. So that's about 8 cups of that. And then I also thought it would be fun. Today's theme is going to be, sorry I missed it, what are you making? Good question. We are making kind of like a hybrid between like almost a popcorn ball, but I've seen people do like popcorn where they mix in marshmallow and like kind of make a marshmallow treat mixture, but then mix it with popcorn and eat it fresh. I'm kind of doing a combination of like that inspiration with like marshmallow cereal treats kind of thing. We're going to put it in a pan, let it set, and then we're going to cut it to pieces. It's almost going to be like a kind of popcorn ball meets marshmallow cereal treat. So, I don't know. It's something that popped in my head and I thought it sounded fun. So, let's see. I love popcorn, but I can't eat it for 2 years because I have braces. Oh my gosh, I can sympathize. I had braces for like 4 years in grade school, so I totally understand. Ayush Anad, I hope I said your name correctly. Wanted a shout out, so hello, thank you for joining. These are some Reese's Puffs. And I'm gonna do, let's see. Maybe, I need like 2 cups, but maybe a little bit more. We're also gonna mix a few more things in here. Maybe just a little bit more. It's like 2.5-ish. We're gonna roll with that. Because I don't want the cereal to be the dominant thing, but I want it to add a crunchy texture that complements it, because popcorn can be, it's crispy, but when it I can't talk today. When it gets coated with something like this marshmallow mixture, it's gonna get soft. So we want to add something in there that will stay kind of crunchy. So hopefully the popcorn won't soften too much, but this is kind of ensuring. Sorry, but what are they? I'm in the UK. Have you heard of the either like Rice Krispie treats or cereal marshmallow treats? It's kind of like that, but I've seen people doing like a popcorn version where they eat it just directly right away. Don't let it set and harden or anything like that. So it's kind of like a combination of things. Let me know if you know what the cereal marshmallow treats are. But we're going to add in our cereal as well, so we're ready to go there. And then I'm assuming my sister did the shocked emoji because she loves peanut butter and chocolate. And she knows that she's going to get to try some. And let me grab. Yes, Rice Krispie. Okay, so this is like a popcorn hybrid thing that we're trying out today. Yes, it's kind of like a just random idea that I had of like combining a couple things. So we're seeing how it's going to turn out. Okay, so we did a minute in the microwave. My sister's like, yes. Okay, so we did a minute in the microwave. We can see that they're starting to kind of melt a little bit, but not very much just yet. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave once again. I think I'm going to do like 30 to 45 seconds this time. Thinking I'm going to go 45, but then make sure it doesn't like blow up too much. Okay, and then I'm kind of making it St. Patrick's Day theme, and to do that, we're going with some rainbow colors as well as gold accents. So I have a whole mixture of things. We're doing some M&M minis, but then I also have these peanut butter minis that I need to use. And so we're going to do some of those to also complement the peanut butter of the Reese's. And then I have some sprinkles. I'm not sure exactly which ones we're going to use quite yet. But I have some rainbow chip sprinkles. These are kind of like the ones that they use for cosmic brownies. And then we have classic rainbow nonpareils, some gold sugar sprinkles, and gold sequin sprinkles. So we have a nice little selection here. And you could easily just swap this to doing like an Easter version by, you know, adding some eggs, adding some pastels. Super easy to adjust that if you want. Okay. Hello, thank you for joining. This is our second round of mixing our marshmallow butter mixture here. Give it a little vigorous mix and see if the heat will melt the rest of it. It might need just a wee bit more time. Pardon me, I need a sip of water. Allergies are kicking my butt this week. Whew. OMG, I have so much. I wouldn't be able to keep up with all of it. Yeah, it's constant stock, especially of sprinkles. Oh my goodness. I have literal multiple containers of sprinkles. Okay. Are you done? Looks like it's mostly, there's a couple little stubborn pieces here, so let's just mix a little bit more and we might actually be able to add this directly to our thing. Hello, thank you for joining and hopping in the chats. I always appreciate when everybody likes to hop in, say hi. Okay. That looks good to me. I'm going to pop down this little guy. This will help it from sliding around when I'm adding in the marshmallow. Okay, so we have our popcorn in here, we have the cereal in here, and then we're adding our marshmallow butter mixture now. So satisfying. Doesn't want to get off the side. Okay. There's just a little bit left in the bowl, but it came out easier for sure by spraying it. So that definitely helps. Because if you don't, it is very annoying. So now we're going to give this a mix. Oops, escape popcorn. That's what very, very plain popcorn tastes like. I didn't add anything to it. And I think we are actually going to add a touch of salt once everything is mixed together. Yeah, like I mentioned, it was my first time trying out my new popcorn maker, so I'm very excited. But I didn't add any butter or anything like that because I wanted to keep it nice and plain. So it is quite plain. I would love a box of your cereal. Are you talking about the Reese's, well, I can't talk, the Reese's Puffs? Those are definitely one of my top favorite cereals. Those and Cinnamon Toast Crunch are both very, very solid cereals. Some marshmallow getting stuck at the bottom over here. But you can still see that even though marshmallow keeps touching the sides, for the most part, it's coming off pretty well. And that's because of spraying the nonstick cooking spray before we added anything. Same, get your head in. And yes, oh my gosh, Reese's Puffs are so good. And when I realized we had some that needed to be used up, I was like, that is the perfect thing to add a nice little crunch, a little flavor to this. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna add just a little sprinkle of salt since I did use unsalted, and we want to balance out any kind of our little bit of sweetness here. Okay, so now we're pretty close to getting our mix-ins ready to go. I didn't want to add them too early because the heat from the marshmallows would start to melt them, and that wouldn't look as good. So, pardon me. Let's add, I'm going to measure out again so I can give you guys approximate measurements of what I'm doing here. Oops. So add, there's a lot of yellow in this bag. So that's like a half cup. I'm going to add, I think I'm going to mostly add just the peanut butter, but I will add some of these minis. They're both minis. But I am going to add some of the plain minis as well. Okay, let's start mixing and see how this looks. So we can, of course, add some more, but we also probably want to sprinkle a little bit on top as well. And I save the sprinkles to mix in towards the end. When it's in the pan, we can sprinkle it on top because they kind of get lost for me if they're mixed in with the rest of, everything else. So I want to make sure that they stand out and that we can see everything. I feel like my sister keeps getting more and more excited that she's going to get to try this. And of course it's getting a little bit harder to mix together because it is cooling. Okay, this is like a perfect movie night mixture here. And what people have been doing, my hands are clean, but they've been just, you know, like grabbing the popcorn out and then enjoying it like that. But I'm making it, you know, into a treat version. I will say it is tasty though. I'm making it super colorful. I wonder how much sugar is in the whole thing. Good question. We're just going based off of like, well, it also, the popcorn, because it is nothing added to it, it's literally just popped kernels of corn. That helps to actually, like the sweetness helps balance everything out by having a little bit of salt and not having any kind of like flavoring or salt or of anything else on the popcorn. Kind of helps to, I feel like it's balancing it out pretty well. But I think I do want to add maybe another 1/4 cup or so of the peanut butter ones, just to make sure we get that peanut butter flavor. Okay, and just, ugh. It's getting tough. My sister says exactly. I knew it. I knew that's what the excited emoji was for. Okay, I think we're just about ready to add this to our container, and then we can add some sprinkles and stuff before it fully sets. Okay, so I have a parchment paper lined pan here. And I'm gonna spray with just a little bit of the non-stick cooking spray once again. I just like to do that just to make sure that those treats don't stick. With parchment paper, usually that's not too much of a concern, but I do it as like a cautionary thing. I don't want to go through all that work and then have something go wrong on that end. Okay, so we're going to add in our mixture. Woo! It came out super like stringy and pulley and then just like plopped. Okay. I think we mixed it together pretty well. I love seeing all the rainbow colors in there. It makes it even more fun. Ugh, come on. Okay, there's a little bit of extra marshmallow right there, but that's okay. There's one little bit that doesn't want to come out at the bottom. Okay. And then to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to pop a glove on and press it down with my hand, but also spray that with nonstick cooking spray. I promise this is not sponsored by nonstick cooking spray today, but it just makes things so much easier when you're dealing with the marshmallow treats. Okay, so I have a nitrile glove on and then giving this a quick spray over the sink. Okay, so nice and coated, and now we're going to just kind of start pressing it down. You can see that some of the M&Ms and stuff have started to melt, but we're gonna add toppings, so it's still gonna look nice and fun. Okay, I'm just trying to make it kind of relatively flat and even. All right, and like I said, I added the cereal because not only do I have it and I need to use it up, but also you could have added like some pretzel pieces would be great in here. Also add a little salty element. But I feel like this is like perfect for a nice movie night kind of snack. Okay, to finish this off, we're going to sprinkle some more, let's scooch you back just right there. Some more of our, I actually think I'm good on the M&Ms. I think I'm just going to focus on our sprinkles here. And we're going to add like a little bit of the rainbow nonpareils. A little bit over there in the corner. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to skip the rainbow chips for today. And then we're going to go in with our gold sprinkles. A little shaky shake of our gold sugar here. And finish it off with some of our gold cake sequins that look kind of like little gold coins. If you sprinkle it from a little bit higher, it's going to distribute a little bit better sometimes. Just a little bit more. My mom's talking to my dog. Okay, I think we're pretty good on that. And then last thing, I already took my glove off, but we're just gonna go in with a clean hand and just gently press those sprinkles on top. We wanna try and get them to stick. We don't want them to fall off as soon as we cut them. So we're just giving a light little press just to make sure it touches and sticks to that marshmallow. Okay, it's not perfectly flat, but I think these are gonna be delicious and I'm very excited to give them a try. Okay, I think we look pretty good. They look like they're nice and stuck down. Okay. This is so fun and colorful. I wish I could eat it. I don't know, I wish I could like somehow give you guys pieces that come to the live. That would be so much fun. How are you doing today? I'm good. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope that you're doing well also. We just finished making our treats, and as usual, we gotta let these set, but unfortunately, I wish I could just cut right into them right now, but we're gonna let these set in the refrigerator for about, doesn't need that long, probably like 10 minutes. It should be good to go. But I'm not going to keep you guys on live the whole time, so make sure to check later for a video showing just the cutting process as well as how they turned out. And very excited to see how they did turn out because, like I said, this was an experiment. And what else? I also, of course, will post pictures as usual on the community tab if you want to check those out as well. Yum. Yes, it has a very good fun mixture of, I think you just joined, so it has some popcorn as well as Reese's Puffs and mini M&Ms, mini peanut butter M&Ms, and some sprinkles, all that kind of fun stuff. So very excited. Perfect kind of like movie night snack concoction. And like I said, I've seen people on TikTok that will make this mixture and then eat it immediately, and it's like all sticky and all that kind of stuff. But I like the idea of actually turning it into like cut square treats. I just think that that is kind of more of how I like to do it, especially because I like to give a lot of my stuff away to various people, you know, family, friends, and neighbors, and all that kind of fun stuff. So if we don't have any more questions, that is it for our live today. Thank you once again for joining today. And of course, we have more fun stuff coming up for our shorts videos, tutorial videos, all that good stuff. And yeah, I think that's it for today. But thank you once again. I can't remember what off the top of my head we're doing for next live, but it is on the live section on my channel. If you go check that out, you can actually see the upcoming ones. So make sure to check that out. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you very soon. Bye.